Talk to Judson Lipley. He's actually in the studio. Now you're going to say, before you take him, you're going to say, wait, who's Judson Lipley? But then when I show you to him, you say, wait a minute, he looks kind of familiar. So Judson's in the studio. Welcome, Judson. How are you, man?
Perfect. Thanks for having me.
All right, great. Judson is the man behind the Evolution of Dance. And Evolution of Dance is, I'm not going to count Avril Lavigne's cheating video, okay? The most watched video in YouTube history. Over 100 million views. That's something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy. And you've come out with Evolution of Dance 2 now, right?
Yep, we just released it earlier this week on Monday morning. So.
All right, so for the people who don't know, let's fill them in. What was Evolution of Dance?
So Evolution of Dance started way back in 2001. I actually work as a professional speaker. And so I was doing my shows, and I was trying to build a following, and trying to kind of do that. And one of my good friends gave me a piece of advice, said, no matter what you do, you got to do something nobody else does. Every famous comic has like that one bit that becomes like their shtick. Oftentimes bands get one real big hit song, and then that propels them to do more. And so I tried to think of what I could do that would be fun, memorable, something along those lines. And I was watching, I talk a lot about change. That's a big theme. And I was watching a black comic.
And Obama both?
Yeah,
yes.
I did it before he did.
Oh, okay.
And I was actually watching a black comic make fun of white people dancing at a wedding, is how it all got started. And he was going through this whole bit about how he was at a wedding, he was the only black person there, it was all white people. And every time a song, like every 4 or 5 songs would come on, everyone would run to the dance floor, all do the same dance, and then go sit down. And then 4 or 5 songs later, they would all get up, run to the dance floor, and we just started laughing about how many songs had very specific dances.
That's true, by the way. Yes, the Electric Slide, the Macarena.
Whenever that song comes on, everybody wants to do that dance.
Right. Now, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's the first Evolution of Dance is about 6 minutes of Judd going through dancing to all these different songs. And is it in chronological order? Does it start from the 50s?
It's in chronological order for the time that it was made popular. So for the most part, it's literally in chronological order. But there's a couple songs in there that, like for example, Apache Jump On It. The song was released in the late 70s, but it was really Will Smith during Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when they kind of did that little, dun, dun, and then the Jump On It thing that kind of made it famous.
Right, I got you. And so you start with Elvis, etc., and you go through and you get to hip-hop. And so were you a comedian at all, Judd? Or?
No, actually I started as a speaker and started adding comedy almost as a delivery mechanism.
Uh-huh. And how does one start, on a random note here, as an inspirational speaker? How do I do that?
Really, honestly, it's just you just do it. There's really no... You don't really go to class for it. You don't go to school for it. You can really much do whatever you want ahead of time, and then you just start finding groups that you can talk to, and you do it as often as you can for free. Whoever will listen to you. And then eventually people will start saying, well, would you come talk to our group? And then you go, well, sure, but it'll cost you this. And, if you do a lot of research, you can find out kind of where the levels are at.
That's really interesting. We're talking to Judson Lipley. He is the creator of Evolution of Dance, the most watched video in YouTube history, over 100 million views. Now, Evolution of Dance 2 has come out with a sponsor, which we'll talk about in a second.
Sure.
So, but back to the inspirational speaker, because I'm interested in that. So, like, do you wake up one day and say, hey, Mom, Dad, I think I'm going to be an inspirational speaker?
Well, my path was a little different. When I was younger, I wasn't the greatest of children. And at one point in time, I got in trouble, not super severely, but my parents had been listening to this guy named Zig Ziglar, who's a big motivational sales speaker out of Dallas back in the day. And they kind of suggestively made me listen to some tapes and do some workbook activities that I absolutely hated. I mean, it was in 8th grade.
Right.
And then when I was in high school, I actually started listening a little more, and I started grasping some of what was being said. And I actually have a journal entry from when I was in 11th grade that said I would love to be a professional speaker someday.
Wasn't Zig Ziglar a porn star?
No.
Oh, no,
it sounds like
Dirk Diggler.
Dirk Diggler.
Right.
Close.
Okay.
He probably actually got the name from Zig Ziglar.
It's a good thing you didn't get started on Dirk Diggler. Otherwise, God knows what you'd be doing now.
I didn't really have the physical prowess for that, I don't think.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to leave that alone. Okay. So, now, how did you learn to dance like that? You probably got... I mean, from the looks of it, you're the best white dancer in the country.
I wouldn't go that far. I think Justin Timberlake may have a few better moves than I do.
No, I think you guys should do a dance-off. I think you can keep up with them.
It's one of those things, I always tell people I just never cared what anybody thought, so I was always willing to go out and just dance. I think a lot of times what keeps especially white men from going out and dancing is the fear of looking like an idiot, which sometimes they do, but who really cares if you look like an idiot?
Yeah, well, I'm in that camp. So, like, when you were in high school, did everybody know, oh, my God, you got to watch Justin dance. He's out of control.
Not really. No, I mean, I was never – it wasn't like I would, get a big circle of friends on the dance floor and bust a move in the middle.
Huh, really? So when did people realize, like, holy cow, can Justin dance?
Probably when I started doing the evolution of dance.
Really?
The first time I did it, I found some of the old footage, and it was pretty bad. The dancing was.
Did you have to practice throughout, like Napoleon Dynamite, like in front of a mirror?
No, I never, even after I mixed the music the very first time, I never practiced it once. I just memorized the music and just kind of went out and did it.
Oh, really? Just
yeah.
Like, I thought for sure you spent, like, hours practicing.
Yeah, that's what all my friends who are comics always say that. They're like, all I can ever picture is you in your bedroom by yourself, dancing in front of a mirror.
Right, but no, never, huh? You just flat out did it. That's
well, and
amazing.
I was lucky. I mean, I had 4 years of practice before it ever got put on the internet.
Oh, I see. So by the time that this video that got famous is on there, you've been doing it.
I've been doing it for a long time.
Okay, I guess that makes more sense because you look absolutely sharp in that.
Yeah, I mean, by that time I'd probably done it 700-800 times.
Oh, okay, I got you. Did it ever get you laid?
Not directly, unfortunately. I wouldn't
really?
say. No one's ever come and been like, "Are you the Evolution of Dance guy? I want to sleep with you."
No, but like good dancing normally gets you laid. You see what I'm saying? Like you go to a party, and the girls love dancing, etc. So did that indirectly happen?
I suppose it probably could in some fashion.
No, not could. Did it?
Good dancing, yes, perhaps, but not necessarily this particular dance.
Not that. Okay, and by the way, when you go to weddings or something, does everybody say, "Oh, come on, you got to do it, you got to do it"?
Yeah, I've had to, but it's been nice because I've gotten away with not having to get wedding presents for a couple of my friends because they're like, "Well, if you just dance at our wedding, that'll just be our present."
Because I've always wanted to dance better because I feel like the guys who dance get the girls more. Because, they get into
it doesn't
they think
hurt.
you're cool, etc., etc. Are you still single or no?
Yes.
Okay, and how old are you, Justin?
32.
32, okay. All right, so now you're doing Evolution of Dance 2.
Correct.
What's that about?
Well, I wanted to do an Evolution of Dance 2 right after the first. I mean, I never in a million years could have imagined what would happen when I put it up on the internet. And so after the success, everyone would email me, "Are you going to do another one? Are you going to do another one?" And I was like, well, I guess I can look into it. And so with the world of digital rights and not really knowing what is allowed and what's not allowed, I figured, you know what, let's get the song rights this time around so that nobody gets angry, nobody can say anything bad. And so that literally it took about 2 years to get all the song rights in place.
So wait up now, did people get angry when you did the original one?
Nobody got angry that I'm aware of, but I also we weren't turning a profit off of it. There was no sponsor of that video. Still to this day, there's no inlay or anything that pops up on it.
So 100 million views, and did you get a nickel out of it? I hope you got something by that.
Not directly. I mean, as a professional speaker, you cannot beat. I got to go on the Today Show, Oprah. Lots of things that in turn helped me.
The Young Turks.
Yeah, this actually probably ranks up above Oprah.
Of course, obviously, but yeah. I see. I knew you were going there anyway. All right. No. So, did your speaking fees go up then because of that?
Yeah. I mean, in the speaking world, it's all about demand, and so if you're in demand, you can raise your prices, and you can be a little more selective in the things that you do or don't do.
Now, I know that the big guys, like the football coaches and the presidents get like $200,000.
Yeah, they're sick.
Football coaches like Mike Ditka, I saw in a previous article, get about $50,000 or so. Right. Now, I imagine the normal, non-famous inspirational speaker is not going to get anywhere near that. But can you give me a ballpark of what you?
Yeah, I mean, you could call my agents and they would tell you. It gets divided up into 3 different categories: education, college, and corporate. So corporate has the biggest ceiling of all. I mean, they're the ones that hire the Mike Ditkas and things like that. So right now, my current pricing is $11,000 plus travel.
Really?
For a 1 hour. And that's totally negotiable. I mean, everything's negotiable. Sometimes people say, "Oh, we only have this much. Will you do it for this?" And college gets to about between $4,500 and $6,000. And education.
That's not bad.
No,
I got invited to a college
blessed.
the other day, and I said I'd do it if they just flew me out there. I must.
Wait
a minute. I'm gonna pull that back. Okay, wait. Now hold up.
Wait, what school was it though?
Notre Dame.
See, that's a pretty prestigious school. That's Really? Notre Dame wants you to come? That's awesome.
Come on, we're the Young Turks. What are you talking about here?
But that could be somewhat controversial. That's what's great about it.
Yeah, that's true, too. Yeah, that's true. All right, so when you go, do they expect you to show up in the same outfit that you wore on Evolution Dance, the Orange Crush T-shirt and the jeans?
Sometimes yeah, sometimes no. You know, that was a complete and total fluke, really. I just happened to be wearing that shirt in that video.
And but now you got to wear it.
But now it's one of those things where I decided to wear it in the second one solely for continuity. There's a lot of other people that have put up videos that say Evolution of Dance 2 or the new Evolution of Dance, and it's someone else, which is totally fine. I think that's fantastic. But so people knew that it was me, because in the old video I had highlights in my hair at the time, you know.
So now with the Orange Crush T-shirt and the jeans, it's got to be.
Yeah. So now, that's what people said. Oh, he's got the Orange Crush. Well, it's got to be him.
Right. And so does the Evolution of Dance 2, one, I assume, obviously, not I assume, I saw it. You can see it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
YouTube. And is it somewhere else? And do you have a sponsor for it?
Yeah, we got a sponsor. You know, once I got the and song rights, I don't know if you know anything about song rights. I mean, that's where it's at. You want to talk about making money on a long term, just write a hit song. Yeah. That's all you got to do is just write it. Don't sing it. Just be the one that writes it.
Yeah, because I heard that you had to pay $80,000 for all the song rights for Evolution of Dance 2.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. So did you pay it or did the sponsor?
Well, I paid it first. So, I mean, I own the rights. And then we got a sponsor to help offset that cost. So I work with a partner group called PeopleJam.com, and they're kind of a destination for all things self-improvement, you know, within a website. And I'm really lazy, to be perfectly honest with you. I like the speaking, and I enjoy doing that. I didn't want to deal with the day-to-day, okay, what's going on with the website today? What are we building today? All right, what's the deal? I didn't want to do all that middle management stuff. And so I worked with them. You know, we found Saveology together, you know, talked with them through and everything. And once we got that figured out, they kind of took care of all the stuff. So, you know, part of the sponsorship money goes to them because they've been doing a lot of work to get everything up and running.
Right. And then some of that sponsorship money come back to you?
Yeah, honestly, my goal from the get-go was just to get back the money that I spent on the song rights. Right. You know, I would have literally done it as soon as I possibly could and not gotten any song rights just for the fun of it.
Right. So now the second video is at a couple million in building.
Yeah.
Now if we can get to the first video level, then you'd be making a lot of money from it.
It'll. I mean, in all reality, it'll never get to that level. It would be great if it did, but I mean, that first one's been up there for almost 2 years now, so.
All right. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Really interesting interview. I'm really glad you came in. Justin Lively, and everybody could, of course, hire him as an inspirational speaker, but you should also check out Evolution of Dance 1 and 2 on YouTube.
Yeah. Lots of people check out 1 again, so we can knock Avril Lavigne off her post. We're only about 2 million behind now, so.
That's true. And from what I understand, it's a random Avril Lavigne video. I think they cheated, to be honest with you. And I'm not a big fan of Avril Lavigne. It's just her personality. So let's put Justin back at #1. All right, thanks so much for coming.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.